The Constitution of Bangladesh 1972, Provisions on Treaty. 25. Promotion of international peace, security, and solidarity. The state shall base its international relations on the principles of respect for national sovereignty and equality, non-interference in the internal affairs of other countries, peaceful settlement of international disputes, and respect for international law and the principles enunciated in the United Nations Charter, and on the basis of those principles shall 1. Strive for the renunciation of the use of force in international relations, and for general and complete disarmament. 2. Uphold the right of every people freely to determine and build up its own social, economic, and political system by ways and means of its own free choice, and 3. Support oppressed peoples throughout the world waging a just struggle against imperialism, colonialism or racialism. 47. Saving for certain laws. 1. No law providing for any of the following matters shall be deemed to be void on the ground that it is inconsistent with, or takes away or abridge, any of the rights guaranteed by this part. The compulsory acquisition, nationalization or requisition of any property, or the control or management thereof whether temporarily or permanently, the compulsory amalgamation of bodies carrying on commercial or other undertakings, the extinction, modification, restriction or regulation of rights of directors, managers, agents and officers of any such bodies, or of the voting rights of persons owning shares or stock, in whatever form, therein. The extinction, modification, restriction or regulation of the right to search for or win minerals or mineral oil, the carrying on by the government or by a corporation owned, controlled or managed by the government, of any trade, business, industry or service to the exclusion, complete or partial, or other persons, or the extinction, modification, restriction or regulation of any right to property, any right in respect of a profession, occupation, trade or business or the rights of employers or employees in any statutory public authority or in any commercial or industrial undertaking, if Parliament in such law, including, in the case of existing law, by amendment, expressly declares that such provision is made to give effect to any of the fundamental principles of state policy set out in Part 2 of this Constitution. 2. Notwithstanding anything contained in this Constitution, the laws specified in the first schedule, including any amendment of any such law, shall continue to have full force and effect, and no provision of any such law, nor anything done or omitted to be done under the authority of such law, shall be deemed void or unlawful on the ground of inconsistency with, or repugnance to, any provision of this Constitution, provided that nothing in this article shall prevent amendment, modification or repeal of any such law. 3. Notwithstanding anything contained in this Constitution, no law nor any provision thereof providing for detention, prosecution or punishment of any person, who is a member of any armed or defense or auxiliary forces or any individual, group of individuals or organization or who is a prisoner of war, for genocide, crimes against humanity or war crimes and other crimes under international law shall be deemed void or unlawful, or ever to have become void or unlawful, on the ground that such law or provision of any such law is inconsistent with, or repugnant to, any of the provisions of this Constitution. 47a. Inapplicability of certain articles. 1. The rights guaranteed under Article 31, Clauses 1 and 3 of Article 35 and Article 44 shall not apply to any person to whom a law specified in Clause 3 of Article 47 applies. 2. Notwithstanding anything contained in this Constitution, no person to whom a law specified in Clause 3 of Article 47 applies shall have the right to move the Supreme Court for any of the remedies under this Constitution. 145a. International treaties. All treaties with foreign countries shall be submitted to the President, who shall cause them to be laid before Parliament, provided that any such treaty connected with national security shall be laid in a secret session of Parliament.